Hello everyone, today in this video we will fight against the atmosphere of our world around us, and this time we will talk about some problem. I mean the problem with Palestinians. It's not the problem with Palestinians I do have, because I don't have any, but I mean this is really a huge deal for the neighbors of uh, nowadays state of Palestine, and two political entities in which Palestinian groups are ruling. I mean West Bank, where Fatah is ruling, and Gaza, in which still formally Hamas is ruling. So neighbors of Israel and Palestine entities like Lebanon, Jordan, Egypt, we have to be honest, and Syria. After 1948, when many Palestinians were expelled from their houses, they simply were pushed into the territories of the neighboring countries I just mentioned. And these countries, for more than 70 years now, didn't give them, neither to them nor to their children and grandchildren, great-grandchildren, they were not given citizenships of these countries. They are treated as not second class, third class or fourth class citizens. And despite the fact that many people emphasize solidarity between the followers of the faith of the Prophet and so on and so on, Pan-Arabic even, some people even declare Pan-Arabic solidarity. In practice, especially with respect to Palestinians, we don't see any solidarity like this. As I said, they are not treated well. They are simply used as people who don't have any other way out. In these countries, they are mainly used as a labor force. They cannot take higher positions very often, and so on and so on. Of course, some of them are from Palestinians are smart people, so they are reaching something, if not within these countries. Then they reach something abroad, some good positions. But majority of them has a really difficult situation of life, and we cannot forget that despite nowadays conflict, there is about 1.6 or 1.7 million of Palestinian citizens of Israel, so Palestinians with Israeli passport. And as of now, from this what we can conclude, from this what we know, they still remain loyal to the state of Israel. So we see that this nation is very much divided. But we shouldn't forget that there is a problem with them, because their neighbors, despite declaring religious or linguistic or pan-ethnic solidarity, they do not do much more than only produce another meaningless declaration without any echoes in reality, because we see how Palestinians are treated even by their Arabic brothers. So the problem is that no one wants them. This is true. This is very often the case of nations that do not have a independent state. The same situation we can just say concerns Kurdish people, who are divided between 5 states. Actually, one of these states is completely decomposed or partially decomposed. Iraq. So on the north of Iraq, around Mosul, Kurdish people managed to establish their state, and they also conquered some lands of Syria. But we will see how the competition between Syrian regime and these Kurdish forces will eventually end up. But as of now, there is a, of course, not recognized political entity, semi-state of Kurdish people in the territories where Kurds people constitute majority in Syria and northern Iraq. We will see if they manage to get independence sometime soon. But we see that despite the fact that Iraq is in bad condition, Syria has troubles, and the Kurdish people conquered some lands and they rule them, many countries around the world pretend that they don't see this problem because they do not want to tease such regional powers like Turkey or Iran, because they want to make business with them. And the same exactly we can say about Russian-Chinese bloc and so-called, geographically speaking, Western bloc. So hypocrisy is a constant element of politics, and we know, and now on the examples of Palestinian and Kurdish nation, we see that no one wants them, because they do not have their own state, so no one wants to make troubles to him or herself with independent countries that are occupying their territories. The same situation was exactly in 19th century up to 1918 with Polish people, when we were also under the partition of three powers: German Empire, Austro-Hungary and Russian Empire. That's why I really understand this situation, and I feel sorry for the representatives of Kurdish and Palestinian nations and any other nations that currently is now living under similar conditions, so openly speaking, is occupied by, at the moment, stronger political entity, it means other state. So we see that if you don't have your own state, you can be regarded as unwanted people, and it's really bad thing. I can say, just to summarize, I can say only that I can recall the quotation of Euripides that there is no greatest sorrow than the loss of fatherland. All the best. Have a nice day. Bye.